Hi, it's Tar Green, and it is November the 3rd. Actually, I've waited right to the last minute, to the 11th hour, to do a tarot reading and use my pendulum and crystals about who is going to win the election. Now, of course, we know the moon is in Gemini, and the moon represents the moods of the people. So the moon is ruling Donald Trump especially today, for Gemini. And of course we know that Mercury, which has been retrograde, will turn direct today, which is going to cause lots of mayhem, lots of, missing balance, misinformation. Mercury actually turns direct at 9:50 a.m. That's Pacific Standard Time, and at 12:50 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And so we know that that's going to cause a lot of havoc, misinformation. I'm even predicting that the internet might go down. Something's going to happen with that. And of course, Mars is still retrograde. So all energy is held back. Nothing is really going to move forward. This is an unprecedented thing. To have both Mercury and Mars retrograde during an election has never happened before. So, it is going to be wild and crazy, and nothing is really going to move forward until November the 13th, at least, when Mars turns direct in Aries. Okay, now, Donald Trump has 3 planets in Gemini, and Joe Biden has 4 planets in Scorpio. So Donald Trump is an eerie element sign. He's got that dualistic personality. And Joe Biden is a secretive, obsessive, controlling, scorpionic person. Okay, all right, so I've got my Thoth Tarot deck. This is my bigger, modern, cleaned up deck that I'm using for this. And I have my special crystal, my Herkimer diamond crystal, which I cleansed in the full moon light and salt water at Halloween. So it's all brand new, shiny new. So I'm going to shuffle the cards, and I'm tuning in. I'm going to ask, okay, who is going to win the election? Is it going to be Biden or Trump? Now, I have to say, psychically, I originally saw Biden win, but then I saw Trump win. So what that tells me, usually you trust your first impulse. I believe that, again, it's going to be a repeat of the 2000 election where Biden may win, but then it's going to go to the Supreme Court, and it will then be decided in Trump's favor. And, of course, that will ignite the next civil war in the U.S., which is inevitable because of the U.S.'s first Pluto return. I've been calling that since 2017, but wishing all of you Americans safety and all the best. Up here in Canada, we have the longest mutual border together, 5,000 miles of a mutual friendly border for all these years. So we really are America's neighbor for sure. All right. So the first card I get here, the Ace of Discs. So the Ace of Discs is like an inkling of a new beginning, a new physical beginning. Okay. Second card here. Okay. Now this is the Sun in Gemini. It's the 10 of Swords. So it's indicating too much mental, too much mercurial energy, kind of heartbreak. Actually, the Sun in Gemini, heartbreak could be for a Gemini. Okay. All right. Then we got the 9 of Swords here. Okay. So the 9 of Swords, again, too much mental energy, too many fractions, misinformation, difficulty. Again, this is one of the hardest, most difficult, complex cards. I believe this really is the energy of that Mercury, Mars, retrograde energy, totally embodied. Okay. Now, again, I shuffle these cards, but okay, interference. Now, this card is literally called interference. So, of course, I do believe there is interference on both sides. I'm trying to be as impartial as possible, not favoring Biden or Trump, actually. I'm a Canadian, so, it's not the same for me. So I try to stay impartial in all of my predictions anyway. So this one, interference on both sides. Okay, that's Jupiter in Gemini. Okay, and Jupiter is not strong in Gemini. All right, and then at the bottom here, we've got, again, 7 of Swords here, frustration, Moon in Aquarius. I'm going to shuffle these cards up again because I feel like I'm pulling out all the same suits here. So let me just shuffle them up again. I do not do that kind of regular card playing shuffle. Actually, it drives me crazy to see tarot readers do that. I feel it's very disrespectful. I know that tarot cards were originally used as a playing card, but for me personally, it drives me crazy. All right. Anyway, okay, next card here. Okay, the Hermit. All right, so this is the first major arcana here, the number 9, the Hermit. It is Virgo energy, again, indicating this sense of having to go over all the details, being humble, service, work, ethics. Everybody has to listen to their own inner guidance right now to stay stable. Okay, I'm going to put the Hermit here as the overall card. All right, now we get the Tower here. Okay. All right, so the Tower in the Tarot, the number 16, shock, revelations, the whole order is being torn down. I really do believe this will be a civil war, whoever wins one way or the other. This is definitely the trigger that makes that happen, I know that the planets, the eclipses are affecting the U.S., Uranus, and a number of energies like that. So, of course, this is like Mars energy, right? So it's kind of a wake-up call to what's really going on. And, this card really was what America went through at 9/11, very literally. I'm sorry that thousands of people, innocent people, were killed, but it was literally a wake-up call at that point. That was 19 years ago, basically on the last eclipse cycle. All right, the next card here. Now we get the card of the Moon. Okay, so number 18 here, the card of the Moon, Pisces. The end of a cycle. Again, fake news, illusions, projections, addictions, mental illness, people going crazy. And it is like Pisces. So again, this has to do with COVID-19, which is ruled by Neptune, and viruses. And, basically, in this situation, it is a rebirth. It is the dark night of the soul. Now, again, it is not anybody's fault. I do believe that Trump is meant to be where he is right now, and so is Biden, because of a larger change that's going on, okay, which most people don't really know what that's all about. Anyway, okay, then we have the Wheel of Fortune here. Okay, so this is Jupiter. Okay, so Jupiter then kind of making things move forward, trusting that things are where they are, having faith, things are going round and round. Then we have the card of the Sun here. I don't do reversals, by the way. So the card of the Sun, the highest energy card in the deck. So this indicates the Sun rules Leo. So somebody with a strong Leo influence. Trump has Mars in Leo, and of course his famous Regulus Leo ascendant. Okay, I'm going to shuffle these one more time, and then I'm also going to use my pendulum and see what my pendulum says about that too. Okay, and then we get the card of Peace here. Interesting. Okay, so the Two of Swords is somehow having a peace treaty, which is very nice. That's very positive, actually, because I feel like it is a very calamitous, chaotic energy coming down here. Okay, so I hope you can see those cards there. I'm just going to lift this up so you can see that. Okay, now, what I usually do in this situation is I have my special crystal here, and, sorry, I've been taking my nail polish off, and I use this is a very special pendulum here, okay, self-cleansing pendulum, and so what I do is I wait for that pendulum to stop, okay, and then I go, okay, stop, okay. Will Joe Biden win presidential election today, on November the 3rd, or sometime in the near future? That's definitely a no. Okay, definitely a no. Okay. All right, we're going to shake that off now. Okay. Will President Trump be reelected? Takes a while for the pendulum to get going. Okay, this is definitely a yes. Okay, it's like when it's straight up and down like that, that's a 100% yes. Okay, but my sense intuitively, again, like I said, initially I saw Biden winning, but then it switched to Trump. So I do believe, like I said, this will be a repeat of what happened in 2000. Electoral college meets on December 14th, which is the same day, excuse me, as the only total solar eclipse of the year at 23 degrees Sagittarius. Which is right in line with Trump's sun, his north node, his moon in Sagittarius, which is extremely powerful. That is in alignment with the collective will. the unconscious, the collective unconscious. So that's a very powerful thing. Also, I believe the judge that they just put in there, she was also part of the Republican judges on the Supreme Court that gave George Bush the election, and I think that's why she was ushered in there. So, like it or not, that's where I see it right now. I've got to stand on what I see. So wishing you all the best blessings. I know everybody's really nervous and charged up, and I have to finish writing my article and get it in to be published. Wishing you all the best blessings. From Tara Green. If you want to get in touch with me, I'm at taratarot.com. I have written about Joe Biden's chart and his chances of being elected, and I'm just finishing off Trump's. I know it's late, but I'm doing it now. Okay, blessings.